this morning with the candidates for the House of Representatives in District 2. This is a single seat, and you are able to vote for only one candidate. There is a challenge for the Republican primary. Unfortunately, 3 of the candidates were not able to attend: Mark Schell, Hubert Owens Jr., and Mitchell J. Toland Jr. Liz Mattori, however, is with us, and she has elected to answer the questions. So you will begin, Ms. Mattori, with a 30-second opening.
Thank you for the opportunity. I need Jesus. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Liz Mattori. I just want to shout out to the League of Women Voters. I was very I participated a lot with you in Montgomery County, where I'm from, and I just want to appreciate the hard work and dedication that you do for the voters. The resources that you give are phenomenal, and I just wanted to commend you. I was a former Democrat as of late of 3 years ago. I had participated ardently with the Democratic Party in Montgomery, whether it's through state delegate and also running for congressional 8 initially. And what I saw was, stop. Well, I'll talk more about what that was, but I just wanted to commend you for your hard work.
Thank you, Ms. Mattori. We'll now begin with the question session. You'll have 1 minute for each response, and a timekeeper is sitting in the front row, so you'll know how to go.
So this is just me?
This is just you.
I was like, okay.
So you have the mic.
Right.
All right. So I'm going to start with the first question.
Sure.
It's possible we need another bridge across the Chesapeake Bay. We have bridges and infrastructure that need attention in all parts of the state. How should Congress prioritize these infrastructure needs?
So, as a new limited government advocate, we want to make sure that we have all forms of government well in place. We want to make sure that because we have multi-jurisdictions, whether it's, I think the Chesapeake also relates to Pennsylvania, Delaware, Virginia, and Maryland, we want to make sure that all jurisdictions are working together. And in that respect, if the federal government identifies it as a need, a critical need at this time, then we would invest in it. But as you said, all across the state of Maryland, whether it's the Passover for Potomac, there's so many different places that have not been invested in for many different reasons. But we also need to, look at the conservation side as well to make sure that any of the new construction will also make sure that it doesn't hinder the longshoremen and the natural resources that we all appreciate and need to preserve as Marylanders.
Thank you. I'm going to remind you that the camera's actually out there.
I know.
So you don't need to look at me, and I want to make sure you get full time in front of you. Question number 2. Again, you have a minute. Do you feel confident our electoral system protects the individual voter and is free from outside interference, and why?
Well, I know where this question is going, but another reason why I'm not a Democrat anymore is because I know that particularly in the state of Maryland, the Democrat Party has ramshackled what we have as a representative government. One of the main reasons why I left the Democrat Party was in reference to the partisan gerrymandering. The reason why I'm running for Congressional 2 is that Congressional 2 was gerrymandered even 10 years prior to the other ones. My former party literally wanted to eradicate conservative voices anywhere beyond the beltways. And we see that. We used to have 4 Republicans and 4 Democrats representing us in Congress. Now we're down to 1, and I know that my former party is gunning to make sure that we don't have any Democrats represented. But as we know, the state of Maryland is a purple state. It's not a true blue, it's not a true red. As I always say, we are the northernmost southern state, southernmost northern state, and we have to be mindful of, if we have a representative government, our constitutional republic, we have problems within before we even get to the outside. So that's my answer to that.
Thank you. Question number 3. How do you encourage talented young people to step forward and work and serve in positions in the federal government?
Well, it was a huge challenge for me to decide to run again. The last couple of years, I lost a really dear friend, Marion Christopher Berry, Marion Berry's son, to an addiction problem. So me getting back on the horse was sort of my moment to be like, you know what, we're in this together. I do believe in our constitutional republic. I believe that when we have an opportunity to step up and serve, we don't wait for open seats. You know, Dutch Ruppersberger has been an elected officer since I was 5 years old. For the last 33 years, he has owned a seat in the Baltimore region. And apparently people think that you have to die in seats, and that's not inspirational at all to our young people. I'm almost 40. So at the end of the day, I mean, if I can't even find inspiration in our leadership, then we have to look to ourselves to inspire not only us, but the next generation. So that's why people like me and people like Jake are, you know, taking huge risks to challenge incumbents in order for us to stay inspired.
Thank you, Ms. Latore.
Thank you.
Now you will have 30 seconds for your closing statement.
So, because I really didn't have an opening, thank you so much for taking the time to use these resources to consider your options. I thought I had no options as a DC native. I was born a Democrat. I always thought that the Republicans were the boogeymen. But I kid you not, the moment that I became an independent, and especially becoming a Republican, I feel more of an American than ever before. My former party treats us like we have no options, like we can't think for ourselves, like we're not individual citizens. And my race here is going to prove that we have strong voices and options, especially in congressional too.
Thank you, Ms. Latore.
Thank you.